Alright guys, welcome back to another Stogelad cigar review. Now I know this format is pretty different. The tripod I have been using, I couldn't get it to work properly, so I'm filming like this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I think the video might be a little shorter, a little more compact, but we'll see how it goes. Today I have a really cool cigar, the Leaf by Oscar. Now this is a very small scale brand. Oscar Valladares worked for Oliva, Rocky Patel, tons of these big companies, and the days of huge industry, tobacco producers only being the only cigar producers are way behind us. Any people can launch their cigar brands nowadays, and it's fucking amazing. I really like that. Now this is a Honduran Puro, and this is a Connecticut in Robusto, I might add. Now this cigar really took the world by storm a few years ago when it launched. It's all natural, all made of tobacco, even the band. So it's really unique. Now, Honduran Puros are very rare. I've only smoked one, the Flor de Selva, and I have never smoked a Connecticut, I think. So it's very cool. Now, I'm going to light it up, and I'll be right back when I do, because I can't do it with one hand. Alright, so all lit. I just wanted to show you from this angle. I went with a V-cut. If you guys saw my last video, that's when I showed all the cutters and how to cut your cigar and things of that nature. And that's when I cut the cigar, so that explains why I didn't cut it now on video. As you can see, it's a very nice looking cigar, nice tan wrapper, a little darker than a lot of Connecticut's. I actually really like this color, and yeah, as I said, this band is actually made out of tobacco, so you can smoke through it fine, and just a very cool cigar. A little wonky look, but it's like a little rustic looking, but that's totally fine by me. On the pre-draw, I got a rye bread sort of characteristic, and the smell of the wrapper was very barnyardish. So yeah, now that I've lit it up, I'll get back to you when I'm in the first third, and I'll give you some flavor notes. Alright, well, I'm into the first third. Only about 5 minutes in or something. It's burning very fast. So far, it's not a boring light Connecticut by any means. It's actually pretty light to medium. Really nice sweet tobacco flavor, nice pepper, a little bit of hay, a little bit of cedar. It's not bad at all. It's really not bad for the price so far. A nice Connecticut, and like I said, it's a Honduran Puro, so all three parts of the tobacco, the binder, filler, and wrapper, are all Honduran. I think the most famous Honduran Puro is probably the Camacho Corojo. Other than that, there are very, very few Honduran Puros. Like Alec Bradley and Rocky Patel, they produce their cigars in Honduras, but it's very rare that you use all Honduran tobaccos. That's very, very cool. Yeah, I'm really liking this so far. A lot of pepper on the retrohale, which isn't too pleasant, but on the palate, it's not too light, it's not too boring. So I'll get back to you in the second third, and I'll bring some more flavor updates. Alright, so about 20 minutes in here, the construction is absolutely impeccable. Honestly, it's burning razor sharp. It's performing perfectly. It's burning a little quickly, maybe. This is probably going to be like a 40-minute Robusto, which is pretty quick, but I don't really have a problem with it. It's fine. Now, this, I might go on a limb here and actually say this might be the best Connecticut cigar I have ever had. It's because it's not so light and it's not so boring, and it's actually decently complex. A lot of Connecticut cigars have like a light, airy smoke, and then there's often this sort of tart bitterness that I really dislike. This has none of that, and it's actually decently complex. It's shifted towards a nice, more earthy flavor now, actually. And on the finish, there's that barnyardy sort of flavor that the aroma of the cigar gave off initially before lighting. So it's very, very nice. Yeah, I'm really liking it. Something else to add, I was talking about how it's all natural and the bands are actually made of tobacco. They don't use cellophane either, and I'll put up on the screen, I actually took off that outer wrapper, but it's wrapped in another cigar leaf, which is sort of a marketing ploy, but it's also very cool. And they claim that this is even better for the breathing of the cigar and that it ages the cigar even better. So it's a cool, little gimmick, and it seems to work well. So I put it on the screen. I took it off because I didn't want to make a mess out here. But yeah. Perfect construction. And really nice flavor. I'm really liking it. A little bit of citrus maybe, but it's more complex than I expected. The nice sweetness is still there. but a lot more earth. The pepper's subdued as well, and a long, creamy, thick finish as well. The smoke is nice and creamy as well. Really good. Well done, Oscar. I will see you at the end of the cigar, and I'll give it a score and, you know, the final rating and all that. All right, so just a quick update. I slid the band down to try to smoke through it. I'll add that there's literally no change in the flavor at all. I mean, this is just sort of it's made of, you know, like stems and pulp and stuff, I guess. So it's not really like a tobacco flavor. It smells like a little aromatic, just like a sort of just like paper burning, honestly. It's not too nice, it's not bad or anything, and it burns pretty quickly. So yeah, I mean, I guess you can just take it off if you want. If you want to, you can smoke through the band. It doesn't make much of a difference other than aesthetics, but it's definitely like a cool, unique thing. So yeah, just wanted to update this. Alright, so last little update on that band situation. I just burnt through it all. It burns perfectly. It burned perfectly through it. Again, zero flavor change, but I actually wouldn't really recommend it because it's really flaky. As you can see, it's like there's still some ash left here, but here it's all blown off, and it just like blew off in like a flaky fashion and just sort of got everywhere. So I would probably actually recommend you take the band off, unless you really like the ostentatious, you know, just kind of coolness factor of it. It's not really worth it. It's just sort of makes everything dirty. Alright guys, so I'm coming up to the end here. About 50 minutes in. So not that slow of a burn in the end. A little faster than normal, but you can probably stretch this out to about an hour if you're a slow smoker. So this last third has given me pretty much the same flavor profile as the second third, actually. Nice earth, nice sweet tobacco, and a little bit of that barnyard on that long finish. It's a very long finish and a very creamy cigar overall. And I think I'll stand by it that this is probably the nicest Connecticut I've had. I'm not a huge Connecticut fan. I don't smoke Connecticut cigars too often. As I said, I find them often quite bitter, and yeah, they're just not my cup of tea normally, but sometimes I just crave one every once in a while. That's why I picked this up, and that's why I'm having this, and I'm very satisfied with it. So with a score, I hope this saw or whatever's going on in the background isn't too distracting. I think I'll give this a solid 89. A very, very solid score, especially for the price. For what this is, a nice mellower, but still knocking on the door to medium, earlier in the day cigar. It's very, very good. Yeah, I'm very satisfied, and also completely perfect construction. I also have the Corojo that I will review at some point, probably in a few months. I don't want to smoke Leaf by Oscar back to back, but yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for this cigar. Very satisfying, very happy with it. I really hope this format works for now, because I'm going to pick up another tripod or try to fix it, but something messed up. I hope this was okay anyway. I hope you like this format. I hope the video's decent. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.